Poor circulation increases your risk of falling after 60. But there's something most people never hear about. One specific drink can start repairing this damage within hours. Not days, not weeks, within hours. In this video, I'll show you what happens inside your legs during the first 24 hours after you drink it. You'll notice warmth returning, the tingling fades, and I've ranked 10 different drinks from worst to best, so you'll clearly see which ones help and which ones are a complete waste of time. The top drink on this list can boost artery width by up to 30%. 30%. That's the difference between struggling to make it to the bathroom at night and moving with confidence. Between cold, numb feet and legs that actually function the way they should. And here's the twist. You probably already have it in your kitchen, but you're using it the wrong way. Stay with me because what you're about to hear goes against much of the advice you've likely been given by your doctor. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your circulation worsened even though you followed every recommendation. Let me explain what's happening inside your legs right now. After the age of 60, your blood vessels produce around 70% less nitric oxide. 70%. Nitric oxide is the key molecule that helps your arteries stay relaxed and open. Without enough of it, your vessels begin to tighten. They become stiff and narrow, making it harder for blood to reach your feet and lower legs. This isn't only about having cold toes. When circulation declines, many problems follow. Your muscles receive less oxygen. Waste builds up. Nerve damage speeds up. And the most alarming part is that tiny clots begin forming in these narrow vessels. You don't see them. You don't feel them. But they are there, increasing day by day. The medical system usually tells you to take aspirin, be more active, or keep your legs elevated. And while these suggestions can help a bit, they mainly address the surface of the problem. They don't fix the real issue, your body's decreasing ability to produce nitric oxide. And this decline is not permanent. It can be reversed. But before we get into the drinks, you need to understand the science behind it. Here's where everything changes. Certain drinks encourage your body to create more nitric oxide again. There is nothing mystical about it. This happens through basic biochemistry that has been supported by more than 3,000 clinical studies. Your body turns specific natural compounds in these drinks into nitric oxide. When that nitric oxide increases, your arteries start to relax within minutes. This process is known as vasodilation. That simply means your blood vessels open up, more like wide highways instead of narrow, blocked side streets. When this happens, blood flow to your legs can rise by 40 to 60% in a single day. You notice the difference almost immediately. The heaviness eases. The cramps stop. Your feet feel warmer. Over the following weeks, deeper healing begins. New small blood vessels develop. Nerve function gets better. And your risk of falling drops significantly. But this is the critical part. Not all drinks that claim to help circulation are equal. Some are useless, some provide minor results with serious side effects, and a few are true game changers that cost only pennies per serving. I spent 6 months analyzing the research, speaking with vascular specialists, and testing these options myself. And now, I'm ranking all 10 for you, starting with the least effective. Drink number 10, plain water. Let's begin with the most basic option, regular water. Yes, your body needs it. When you're dehydrated, your blood thickens, which slows circulation. But here's what most people won't tell you. Water by itself does very little for circulation after 60. Research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that hydration only increased blood flow in older adults by about 8%. 8%. That is simply not enough when you're facing a 70% drop in nitric oxide production. The reason is simple. Water contains no nitrate compounds. It does not trigger vasodilation. It only helps maintain basic function. Think of it like keeping your car from stalling rather than actually upgrading the engine. Yes, you should still drink about 8 glasses a day, but don't expect water alone to solve your circulation problems. It's the base layer, not the cure. Score: 2 out of 10. Important but not effective on its own. Drink number 9, green tea. Green tea is constantly praised, and it does contain compounds that support blood vessel health. However, its direct effect on leg circulation is limited. Studies show that green tea can improve flow-mediated dilation by roughly 12%. That's better than water, but still fairly modest. Here's the issue. The compounds in green tea work slowly. They support the lining of blood vessels over a long period, usually over months, not hours. There is also a timing factor. Green tea only works properly if you drink it. You would need to take this consistently for 8 to 12 weeks. If you skip even a few days, the benefits drop. Also, in some individuals, caffeine can actually cause vasoconstriction, which works against circulation instead of helping it. That doesn't mean green tea is useless. It still offers benefits like antioxidants, a slight metabolism increase, and support for brain function. But for leg circulation after 60, the impact is simply too slow to matter much. Another problem is how most people prepare it. Using boiling water destroys nearly 50% of the catechins. The correct temperature should stay under 170 degrees Celsius. Because of this, green tea earns a score of 3 out of 10. Some benefits, but the results are modest and gradual. Drink number 8, tart cherry juice. Now this option has more potential. Tart cherry juice contains anthocyanins, which help reduce stiffness in the arteries. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, tart cherry juice improved circulation by 18% after 12 weeks. That's not bad at all. These compounds lower inflammation in the blood vessels, allowing them to relax more easily. However, there is a downside. Tart cherry juice is very high in sugar. 1 cup contains around 30 grams, which raises insulin levels and may actually reduce circulation temporarily. In other words, you gain something and lose something at the same time. It's also expensive. A quality bottle can cost about $8, which adds up to close to $50 per month if used daily. So the verdict is this. Tart cherry juice does work, but slowly, and the sugar makes it risky for anyone with diabetes or prediabetes, which realistically includes many people over 60. If you choose to use it, dilute it, 1 part juice to 3 parts water, and only drink it in the morning to reduce blood sugar impact. Score: 4 out of 10. Helpful, but with real drawbacks. Drink number 7, pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is stronger than tart cherry. It contains punicalagins, powerful antioxidants that protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. Research shows that pomegranate juice increased blood flow by 22% in older adults after 4 weeks, which is impressive. Another study showed it reduced arterial plaque by 30% over 1 year. What makes it unique is the mechanism. Instead of only boosting nitric oxide production, pomegranate juice protects the nitric oxide already in your system, preventing free radicals from destroying it. But once again, sugar is the main issue. Pomegranate juice contains even more, about 32 grams per cup. On top of that, it's very costly, ranging from $12 to $15 per bottle. My conclusion: pomegranate juice is effective if you can handle the sugar levels and the high price. However, there are better and more affordable choices later on this list. If you decide to try it, go for the pure, unsweetened version and dilute it heavily. Score: 5 out of 10. Effective but overpriced and sugary. Drink number 6, cocoa drink. This is where things really improve. A dark chocolate drink made from real cocoa powder can significantly boost circulation. The flavanols in cocoa increase nitric oxide levels. In fact, a meta-analysis of 42 studies found that cocoa improved blood flow by an average of 24%. The best part? The effect begins within 2 hours. You can actually feel it: warmer legs and reduced tingling. It's not imagined. But it only works if you do it the right way. This does not mean sugary hot chocolate packets. It means pure, unsweetened cocoa powder mixed with warm water or milk. The ideal daily amount is 20 to 30 grams, which provides 500 to 700 milligrams of flavanols, the effective range. The only downside is the taste. It's very bitter without sweetener. But if you add sugar or honey, you create the same problem as the fruit juices. The best solution is to use a small amount of stevia or monk fruit, which won't raise your blood sugar. Here's the issue. The compounds in green tea work slowly. They support the lining of blood vessels over a long period, usually over months, not hours. There is also a timing factor. Green tea only works properly if you drink it. You have to use it consistently for 8 to 12 weeks. If you miss even a few days, the benefits start to fade. Also, in some people, caffeine can cause vasoconstriction, which is the opposite of what you want. To be clear, green tea still has other advantages: antioxidants, support for metabolism, and cognitive health. But when it comes to leg circulation after 60, it just doesn't create fast or strong results. Another common mistake is how people prepare it. Most use boiling water, and that can destroy up to 50% of the catechins. The correct temperature should not exceed 170 degrees Celsius. Score: 3 out of 10. Mild benefits, slow outcome. Drink number 8, tart cherry juice. Now we're starting to see some improvement. Tart cherry juice is rich in anthocyanins, which help reduce stiffness in the arteries. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that tart cherry juice increased blood flow by 18% after 12 weeks. That's not insignificant. These compounds help lower inflammation inside the blood vessel walls, allowing them to relax and function more smoothly. However, there is a major downside: high sugar content. One single cup has around 30 grams of sugar, which can spike insulin levels and may worsen circulation in the short term. So while you move one step forward, you're also moving 2 steps back. On top of that, it's costly. High-quality tart cherry juice can run about $8 per bottle. If you drink it every day, that adds up to roughly $50 per month. Final verdict: tart cherry juice can help, but it takes time. And the sugar makes it a risky option for anyone with diabetes or prediabetes, which, realistically, includes many people over 60. If you decide to use it, dilute it using 1 part juice to 3 parts water and consume it only in the morning to reduce its impact on blood sugar. Score: 4 out of 10. Helpful, but with clear limitations. Drink number 7, pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is even more powerful than cherry juice. It contains punicalagins, powerful antioxidants that help protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. Research shows that pomegranate juice can increase blood flow by 22% in older adults after 4 weeks. A strong result. One long-term study even reported a 30% reduction in arterial plaque over a year. What makes it unique is the way it works. Instead of only boosting nitric oxide production, pomegranate also preserves the nitric oxide already in your body by fighting free radicals that destroy it. But once again, sugar is the issue. A single cup contains 32 grams of sugar, even more than tart cherry juice. It's also extremely expensive, typically between $12 and $15 per bottle. My honest opinion, pomegranate juice is effective if you can afford it and can tolerate the sugar. But there are better options further up this list that cost far less and give similar or better results. If you do try it, choose 100% pure juice with no added sugar and dilute it heavily. Score: 5 out of 10. Effective but pricey and sugar-heavy. Drink number 6, cocoa drink. Dark chocolate beverages made from real cocoa powder are actually very powerful for circulation. Cocoa is packed with flavanols, which significantly boost nitric oxide levels. A large meta-analysis of 42 studies found that cocoa improved blood flow by 24% on average. And here's the key benefit: the effect can begin within just 2 hours. You may notice warmth in your legs and a reduction in tingling sensations. That response is real and measurable. However, preparation is critical. I'm not talking about sugary hot chocolate mixes. This needs to be pure, unsweetened cocoa powder combined with hot water or milk. The ideal daily dose is 20 to 30 grams, giving you 500 to 700 milligrams of flavanols, which falls within the effective therapeutic range. The major drawback is taste. It's very bitter. And if you add regular sugar or honey, you're back to the same issue we had with the juices. A better option is to use a small amount of stevia or monk fruit sweetener, which doesn't affect blood sugar. The best part? The effect begins within 2 hours. You can actually feel it: warmer legs and reduced tingling. It's not imagined. But it only works if you do it the right way. This does not mean sugary hot chocolate packets. It means pure, unsweetened cocoa powder mixed with warm water or milk. The ideal daily amount is 20 to 30 grams, which provides 500 to 700 milligrams of flavanols, the effective range. The only downside is the taste. It's very bitter without sweetener. But if you add sugar or honey, you create the same problem as the fruit juices. The best solution is to use a small amount of stevia or monk fruit, which won't raise your blood sugar. Here's the issue. The compounds in green tea work slowly. They support the lining of blood vessels over a long period, usually over months, not hours. There is also a timing factor. Green tea only works properly if you drink it. My recipe: 2 cups arugula, 1 cup blueberries, half a banana, and 1 cup unsweetened almond milk. Blend until smooth. Drink it right away because the nitrates start to break down quickly after blending. The impact on leg circulation is powerful. Within 1 week, many people notice less cramping, warmer feet, and better walking stamina. After a month, visible changes in skin tone and texture on the legs may appear. The only reason this isn't ranked number 1 is convenience. Not everyone wants to drink a green smoothie every day. It takes planning, and you need a steady supply of fresh arugula. But if you stick with it, the results can be stronger than most medications used for circulation. Score: 9 out of 10. Very effective, but it requires daily effort. Drink. Number 1. Beetroot juice. This is the top circulation drink, beetroot juice. Beets contain one of the highest amounts of dietary nitrates in a form that's easy to consume. One 8-ounce glass provides around 300 to 400 milligrams of nitrates, depending on the beet quality. Your body turns these nitrates into nitric oxide very efficiently. Blood flow can increase by 30 to 50% within just 2 to 3 hours. This has been shown through medical testing, including flow-mediated dilation, blood pressure readings, and arterial stiffness measurements. What makes beetroot juice truly stand out is both its speed and lasting effect. Unlike some drinks that offer a short-term boost, beet juice leads to real, ongoing improvement in blood vessel function. A well-known study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that older adults who drank beet juice daily for 15 days experienced a 45% increase in leg blood flow, a 38% decrease in arterial stiffness, a 22% improvement in walking endurance, and a noticeable reduction in claudication pain. Many people say their legs feel warmer within hours. Cramping usually stops in a few days, and within 2 weeks, the change can feel life-changing. How to use it correctly. Drink 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice every morning on an empty stomach. This is essential for full absorption. Choose a product that contains only pressed beets with no added ingredients. Most grocery stores sell it for around $6 to $8 per bottle. If you prefer homemade, 4 medium beets will produce about 8 ounces of juice using a juicer. The flavor is earthy and slightly sweet. Some people enjoy it, while others simply drink it for the benefits. A quick warning: your urine may appear pink or reddish. This is harmless and is known as beeturia, which occurs in about 10 to 15% of people. Another note is that beets contain oxalates, so if you have a history of kidney stones, speak with your doctor first. However, for most adults over 60 with circulation problems in the legs, beetroot juice is the most effective drink available. Score: 10 out of 10, maximum impact, proven benefits, and affordable. Implementation plan. Start every morning with 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach. This is your base. In the afternoon, you can add either hibiscus tea or celery juice to speed up progress. Choose one, not both, and stay consistent. If you want even greater benefits, include the arugula smoothie 3 to 4 times per week. Within 3 days, your legs should start feeling warmer. After 1 week, cramping usually decreases. In 2 weeks, walking becomes easier and fall risk drops. After a month, your circulation may improve enough to surprise your doctor at your next visit. But consistency is the key. Drinking beetroot juice for only a few days will not produce lasting results. This must become a daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or taking your supplements. The best part? The effect begins within 2 hours. You can actually feel it: warmer legs and reduced tingling. It's not imagined. but it only works if you do it the right way. This does not mean sugary hot chocolate packets. It means pure, unsweetened cocoa powder mixed with warm water or milk. The ideal daily amount is 20 to 30 grams, which provides 500 to 700 milligrams of flavanols, the effective range. The only downside is the taste. It's very bitter without sweetener. But if you add sugar or honey, you create the same problem as the fruit juices. The best solution is to use a small amount of stevia or monk fruit, which won't raise your blood sugar. Here's the issue. The compounds in green tea work slowly. They support the lining of blood vessels over a long period, usually over months, not hours. There is also a timing factor. Green tea only works properly if you drink it. Medications are everywhere. But the difference is that this method actually works, and it costs around $30 per month. Now compare that with prescription drugs that can cost hundreds and come with side effect lists longer than your forearm. Avoid making these important mistakes. First, do not consume these drinks with food right away. They need to be taken on an empty stomach to allow the highest nitrate absorption. Wait at least 30 minutes before eating. Second, avoid using mouthwash immediately after drinking nitrate-rich beverages. Mouthwash kills the helpful bacteria in your mouth that convert nitrates into nitrites. By doing that, you wipe out the benefits. Third, don't expect instant results. You may notice some changes quickly, but full improvement of your vascular system takes several weeks. Fourth, never stop your prescribed medicines without consulting your doctor. These drinks enhance circulation, but any serious change requires medical guidance. Finally, stay away from processed, sugar-heavy versions of these drinks. Purity matters. Always read the ingredient list. Stay clear of added sugars, preservatives, and artificial additives. Here's the real truth. Your body is designed to repair itself. Your blood vessels are meant to function properly, but they require the correct nutrients. For years, you've been told that reduced circulation is a normal part of aging. That isn't true. It can be prevented. It can even be reversed, but only if you provide your body with what it truly needs. These beverages deliver powerful amounts of the exact nutrients your vascular system needs to create nitric oxide. You are not fighting age itself. You are fixing a nutritional gap created by modern eating habits. Your ancestors consumed beets, leafy greens, and vegetables full of natural nitrates. Today, most diets are made up of processed, stripped-down foods. And then people wonder why circulation problems begin after 60. You are not the problem. Your diet is. Correct the diet and you correct the circulation. Here's your challenge. Commit to drinking beetroot juice every morning for 30 days. Just 1 month. Monitor how your body responds. Feel the warmth returning to your legs. Notice the cramps easing, see your walking strength grow. Take a picture of your legs today, then take another after 30 days. You will spot changes in color and swelling. This approach works. The research supports it. The outcomes are genuine, but only if you follow through. Your circulation will not repair itself on its own. These drinks are the answer. Begin tomorrow morning. 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach for 30 days. Your legs will appreciate it, your movement will improve, your independence will be restored. Let's start fixing this now. The best part? The effect begins within 2 hours. You can actually feel it, warmer legs and reduced tingling. It's not imagined. But it only works if you do it the right way. This does not mean sugary hot chocolate packets. It means pure, unsweetened cocoa powder mixed with warm water or milk. The ideal daily amount is 20 to 30 grams, which provides 500 to 700 milligrams of flavanols, the effective range. The only downside is the taste. It's very bitter without sweetener. But if you add sugar or honey, you create the same problem as the fruit juices. The best solution is to use a small amount of stevia or monk fruit, which won't raise your blood sugar. Here's the issue. The compounds in green tea work slowly. They support the lining of blood vessels over a long period, usually over months, not hours. There is also a timing factor. Green tea only works properly if you drink it.